So have you ever seen one of those buildings that looks perfectly strong right up under the moment an earthquake hits? Well, suddenly the beautiful facade cracks and you see the cheap materials and weak structure underneath. And what if the next 12 months were an earthquake for the global economy? It will turbocharge success for those who are fast and honest, but it will also punish sectors that are slow, secretive, or built on shaky promises. Well, now, I'm not saying that this is a crystal ball, okay? But historically, these 5 horse years are anything but quiet. 1966, for example, saw the beginning of China's massive cultural revolution and a dramatic superstition field dropped in births in Japan. And this tells you the energy of a 5 horse year carries serious psychological weight. It acts like a global stress test, exposing the cracks that were already there. And in this video, therefore, we'll expose the fragile industries that are about to get a rude awakening. Okay? So, how does this fiery, fast-paced energy actually play out? Well, the 5 horse effect creates 3 major pressure points for any business. Well, the first one is this: nowhere to hide. Well, imagine every customer has a megaphone and a global audience. In a 5 horse year, secrets have the shelf life of an ice cream in the sun. Repetitions that took a lifetime to build can go up in smoke overnight. With social media as the ultimate accelerant, one ethical slip out or one bad product can trigger an immediate and brutal backlash. Second, the market on fast forward. The 5 horse is about speed. It's like playing chess, but you only have 1 second to make each move. So in 2026, windows of opportunity will open and slam shut faster than ever. Companies that are stuck in meetings, drowning in paperwork, and love to say, well, let's circle back on that, are going to be left in the dust. And thirdly, feelings over facts. Fire is the element of passion, but also drama. So this means the market can act like a dramatic teenager. 1 minute, it loves a company, and the next minute is panic selling. And this emotional roller coaster makes clear, disciplined strategies more important than ever. So with that in mind, let's look at the sectors that are most vulnerable when you put them under this much pressure. And here are 5 fragile industries the 2026 5 horse is about to expose. Well, number 1, the dinosaurs, the government agencies and bureaucratic corporations. So first up are the organizations that move at the speed of glacier. Think of massive government agencies and legacy corporations tangled in their own red tape. What's the problem? Well, the problem is a head-on collision. 5 horse screams for speed while the entire system is built for delay. So when a crisis unfolds in hours, a 6 month approval process isn't just slow, well, it's a fatal flaw, actually. So public patience for incompetence will be 0. In 2026, the phrase, well, this is how we always done it, will be a business tombstone. So number 2, let's talk about the tightrope walkers. So discount retail stores and low margin models. While these businesses are built on being cheapest options, like big box discount stores, and they are constantly walking in a tightrope with razor-thin profits, which makes them incredibly vulnerable to a sudden shock. Think of it like trying to win a car race by having the least amount of fuel in the tank. Well, one bumps in the road and you are stranded. Worse, the 5 horse giant spotlight means any drop in quality gets ruthlessly exposed online. A flood of bad reviews about a dirty, understaffed store can destroy trust faster than any ad campaign can build it. So one supply chain problem means empty shelves and angry customers, all amplified for the world to see. Well, number 3 is the glass houses. We call it hospitality and influencer marketing. Well, you see, any industry that runs on public perception is walking into a minefield. And this is especially true for hotels, restaurants, and the entire world of influencers marketing. For these businesses, guess what? Their main asset is invisible. is trust. And the 5-horse year is like everyone gets a rock to throw at the glass house. A single scandal, a health scare at a resort, or top influencer getting cancelled can be catastrophic. When emotions are running high, brand loyalty becomes incredibly fragile. Trust is now as important as price and quality for many customers. These industries build their empires on image. And in 2026, guess what? That foundation will be tested by fire. So if you are finding this analysis helpful, well, help me do a favor by clicking the subscribe button so that you don't miss our future breakdowns on navigating these economic shifts. And let me know in the comment which of these industries are you most worried about. Thank you for that. Now let's talk about number 4, the gamblers, speculative real estate and debt-heavy tech. You see, the 5-horse speed is a direct threat to any industry propped by a mountain of debt. And this put a huge target on speculative commercial real estate and tech companies that fueled the growth with borrowed money instead of real profits. You see, leverage feels like a superpower when the market is calm, but when things get volatile, this superpower turns into an anchor, dragging you straight to the bottom. We already see major strengths in the commercial real estate market due to high interest rates. A high-pressure 2026 could turn these cracks into a full-blown collapse. For the tech companies that chase growth at all costs, well, this bill is coming due. Well, number 5 is the shadow dwellers, the opaque financial structures and data brokers. Well, the revealing glare of the 5-horse is the mortal enemy to any industry that thrives in the dark. And this includes complex financial products nobody understands and data brokers whose business model is what you do not know can hurt me. So the 5 element is all about illumination. So in 2026, this translates to a massive push for transparency. So any business that can withstand public scrutiny in a serious trouble, a major data breach or exposure of shady practices could trigger a complete loss of trust and immediate consequences. So in a year of 5-horse, a business model that can't be explained in the light of the day is a business model that's on its last legs. So how do you get ready? Well, the energy of 5-horse isn't about destruction. It's about renewal. So it's a year that favors the bold and the prepared. So first, embrace radical transparency. Act as if every part of your business is about to be put on display, because it just might be. Your reputation for integrity will be your greatest asset. Number 2, build for speed. It's time to cut the red tape. Stress test your organization. Question is, can you make critical decisions in hours instead of months? And number 3, fortify your foundation. Pay down debt and focus on real profits, not just hype. Okay? A solid financial base gives you the freedom to make strategic moves instead of desperate ones. So in 2026, the 5-horse is an astrological stress test. It will challenge the industries that are built on bureaucracy, secrecy, and borrowed time. And these sectors we talk about are not necessarily doomed, but they are fragile. The key isn't to be fearful with fire, but to use its light to see your own path more clearly. Adaptability, transparency, and resilience are the key words for 2026. And this is a year where the fast, the honest, and the brave will not just survive, but will thrive. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye-bye.